Would you like to make art that deepens your own self-discovery and helps you feel more connected to gratitude and peace? Art is an amazing tool for self-discovery. So if you are a creative spirit who values personal growth and self-reflection, this video is going to inspire you by providing you with a 3-step simple process that's going to use art and gratitude to help you reflect on who you are, get you more grounded and into a deeper state of peace. I'm Michelle Baker, creatrix of Art as a Soul Language, where we use art to reveal messages from your soul, guiding you towards purpose. Step number 1 in this 3-step process that's going to inspire your self-discovery through art, the first thing that you're going to do is pull out your journal and write everything that you feel gratitude for. I recommend setting a timer for about 8 or 10 minutes, and you just slowly think of everything that you're grateful for. And depending on the state of mood that you're in, you might want to start with very simple, obvious things. You can say, I'm grateful for my body because it takes me where I want to go, or I'm grateful for the house that I live in, or something that just feels really obvious. Because sometimes, depending on how far away from gratitude you feel, it can take a little while to kind of get the ball rolling. So just by saying very simple, obvious things, I'm grateful for the breath that I'm breathing right now, you're going to notice that you're going to slowly come into more of a state of gratitude. This literally is changing the way that your brain is functioning and focusing by coming into gratitude and out of the everyday life and thinking that we tend to be in as humans. So you're going to do your gratitude brain dump for 8 to 10 minutes and just notice if your mind starts to talk. It might start to say, yeah, well, I don't feel gratitude for my house because of this or whatever. So what you want to do in any self-discovery mindfulness moment is to observe the mind. Yep, that's what my mind is saying, and then continue on. It's like you separate them out. I choose to focus on gratitude right now, even though my mind wants to bring me down like a rabbit hole of feeling sorry for myself or complaining. It's okay that that happens. We just don't want to let it become the main event. Step number 2, after you've done your 8 or 10 minutes of gratitude journaling, which, by the way, if you get on a roll and you are just flowing, please, by all means, go past the timer of the 8 or 10 minutes, because spending time in gratitude is always going to bring benefit to your mind, to your body, and your spirit. Now, the second step is you're going to do a side-by-side drawing. So the best thing to do is to just open up your journal to 2 blank pages. That way you're going to have the left side and the right side. You could also take a blank piece of paper and fold it in half. I don't know if you're like me, but there was a time where I got really hung up on wanting to draw on blank paper without any lines, but then having a journal where I did do all my writing with the lines. And I've just really moved into this place of doing all my drawing and my journaling in one journal because I like the convenience of it. So I'm just curious if you also have that issue where you're like, I've got my art journal and I've got this journal, and like, how do you organize it? So drop me a comment below if you can relate to that. What do you do? But coming back to the side-by-side drawing, now you're going to focus on the left side first. So the left side drawing, what you're going to create is a very simple image of what an ungrateful person looks like. What does it feel like when you're ungrateful? What's kind of the emotional sense that you get? What kind of, like, as soon as I did it, I noticed my face wanted to be sort of like cringy like that. And when you draw this, you can just use a very simple stick figure, like maybe with the eyebrows down, or you can use more of like an abstract angle where it's like, what does it feel like? Maybe it feels like these lines that are all tight and contracted. So when I say draw somebody that's ungrateful, don't think that it has to be a person, and don't think that it has to be this masterpiece. What you're actually doing is creating your own visual vocabulary. You're saying, this is what I know this to be for me. It's my way of understanding this through image and through metaphor. Okay, so stick figures and abstract are totally great. Your left side image is ungratefulness. And then once you finish that, you're going to go to the right side page and you're going to draw the complete opposite. What does somebody who's in gratitude look like and feel like? Again, I can tell the difference in my body. I feel like an uplifting in my chest and in my heart. Instead of that cringy feeling, it actually feels like more open in my face and my eyebrow area. So just imagine how you might show that with a stick figure, right? Maybe the eyebrows are open. Maybe they have their hands over their heart. And honestly, I love stick figures. You can convey so much with a stick figure. So When people tell me, I can't even draw a stick figure, I'm like, everybody can. And that is all that you need to really be able to get connected to your own visual vocabulary. And there's an empowerment to that. Just think about it. You have your own way of understanding the world through image and through metaphor. And that's what you're doing when you're creating this type of art, is you're helping communicate to yourself, this is what this looks like and what it feels like to me. It's actually mine and nobody else could do it for me. Now for step number 3, you've done your gratitude journaling, then you did your side-by-side drawing. Now you're going to look at the drawings and you're going to reflect on them. So the first thing that I would do is look at them side by side. That's why it's nice to have them in the same book, and reflect on how they are the same and how are they different. What are the biggest contrasting points? Where is the biggest difference that you notice in the visual form? What does it feel like to be in the picture on the left? And what does it feel like to be in the picture on the right? What things or people or activities in my life cause me to feel more like the picture on the left? What we're doing here is we're having the image speak to us on a body level. And so we've bypassed the mind to a certain extent to say, yeah, I do know that feeling. What other things make me feel that way? So we're tracking the feeling and the sensation instead. Similarly, with the image on the right, what things, activities, people in my life make me feel more like this image on the right-hand side? This is where it gets really fun and interesting, because now you're dialoguing and interacting with your own image and with your own visual vocabulary. So the sky is the limit as far as what you can ask and what you can receive. This is where interesting messages can come through, and you can actually learn from your own art about yourself and your life. And I am such a question asker. I love reflection questions and self-discovery. So if you would like a handout with the instructions for this 3-step process, along with a beautiful list of reflection questions that you can ask of your image to really flesh out the deeper meaning and significance for you, I've got a free handout right below this video. There will be a link so you can go and get that. And then you will have my expert guidance taking you through the whole process and really helping expand your mind to what's possible in terms of dialoguing with your own image and getting the deeper messages that is there for you. And if you love using art to connect with yourself and your inner world, make sure to check out my other video where I share my favorite intuitive drawing exercise that really gets you connected with how you're feeling in the moment and even gives you a prescription for what you need most on that day. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like or a comment or subscribe to our channel, because that really helps us reach more and more people. Thank you.